The first time far-right candidate Norbert Hofer ran for Austria's presidency in May, he lost by just 31,000 votes. Well, this time, it was a clear defeat that could not be contested. Alexander Van der Bellen, a 72-year-old economist backed by the Green Party, beat him again by a decisive margin. Exit polls showed 53% for Van der Bellen, 47% for Hofer. Behind me now, you can see both candidates, Norbert Hofer and Alexander Van der Bellen, giving interviews to state broadcaster ORF, explaining exactly why they believe voters chose the way they did.
I think it is a historic day for Austria for several reasons. For the first time, a presidential election had to be repeated. And it was not just a repetition. In fact, it was a new election because, conditions changed. The world around us has changed. We had the Brexit vote in Great Britain, in the United Kingdom. We had the election of Donald Trump in the United States, and so on. In 6 months, many things happened.
Voters were worried and anxious, but not just about immigration, which Hofer railed against, but also Austria's place in the EU and fears that the so-called Trump bump would bring populist and isolationist parties into power seems to have pushed voters the other way. My gut tells me to be worried, this woman said, and I'm scared. I really fear that my daughter won't have the same opportunities as I did. This man told us, I am worried about Austria, and I hope it doesn't go the way of the US or the UK, and that it will be an EU for us all and continues to be that way, and not destroyed by some people. Immediately after the polls, a resigned Hofer insisted to CNN that he was working to unify Austria after a divisive and prolonged campaign season.
I don't want to divide the country. Now it's on me and Mr. Van der Bellen to tell the people who supported us that it's important to see that we are one country. We are all Austria, and we have to work together.
Does this put an end to the sort of populist, nationalist surge we've seen in Europe?
I can always have to say all the same thing. I'm not a populist. I don't want to be a populist. I'm a pretty normal guy, a level-minded man, and I just want you to believe me. I'm right, but I'm not extreme right. I'm middle right. It's so important for me to show that I'm not an extreme man.
Now, the Austrian presidency is a ceremonial but highly symbolic role. Hofer's loss has dealt Europe's populist surge a blow. And now, the professorial Van der Bellen, a self-described child of refugees, is being hailed as a defender of an open, liberal Europe. But Austria is just the first of a string of election challenges in the year ahead. Atika Shubert, CNN, Vienna.